Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about this guy. That's right, we're going to be talking about The Legend of Zelda. And Link, that's who that was. And, the Zelda series has been with me since I started playing games. And I'm only 4 years older than the series is itself, so it kind of feels like a friend that's gone through the years with me. And I would have to say that it is my favorite Nintendo series, unless I am thinking about, currently playing, or just finished playing Super Metroid. Other than that, it is my favorite Nintendo series. And aside from, the Dragon Warrior games, it's probably the game that I spent the most time with. And this is the copy that, really got me started on this sort of lifelong journey with this little green dude, or dude wearing green clothes, I should say. This is my copy of The Legend of Zelda from my childhood. As you notice, it is not a gold cart because I purchased this after the gold carts went to the normal gray ones, because they stopped producing the gold carts after a while. Because I rented it for a long time, and I was like, I gotta get it. I'm playing it too much, and I'm constantly renting it, and other kids are erasing my save file so I could never beat it. So finally I rented it myself, and I never beat this as a child. I would always get to around like the 6th dungeon, and I just couldn't figure out where it was. I couldn't find it. So it wasn't until I got older and had the internet to help me that I finally found that dungeon and finally, beat the rest of the game. And this was just a fantastic game. And you guys who are out there who are, just picked up Skyward Sword, you're new to the series, or you just, played Ocarina of Time on the 3DS, go back and find this game. I don't know. I know it's on the Virtual Console. I don't know if it's on the 3DS eShop yet. Go find a cartridge. Make sure the battery works, of course. If not, there's ways out there to change the battery. Play this game, though, because it's going to be interesting, because if you go from Skyward Sword to this, it'll be interesting to show you youngins how much has carried over from the series, because you can go to any Zelda game and play it, and aside from a few control quirks and things like that, you'll know exactly what you're supposed to do in these games, because the basic formula of the game hasn't changed over the 25 years. And this game really still holds up, because I played it again here not too long ago, and I was really quite surprised at how much it does hold up. And, it is an old school Nintendo game. It doesn't really tell you where you're supposed to go next. You got to figure that out for yourself, or you can cheat and use the internet. But still a fantastic game. This, along with the Dragon Warrior series, ate up a lot of my life. The music, I would walk around as a kid humming the Zelda music. Fantastic game. And if you really think about it, this is kind of one of the first sandbox games out there. I mean, you can pretty much go anywhere in the world. It's just you have the right tools to get through it. But very, very good game. Highly recommend it. Go out and pick it up. Go play it. Then we got, sort of a weird one. This is Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link. This dispenses with what was considered to be the traditional Zelda mindset, which is an overhead view, action game. This does have an overhead view, but it's more of like an overworld to an RPG like Dragon Warrior. And then when you go into towns and you go into dungeons, it switches to a side view like Ys 3. I remember playing this as a kid, and I didn't own this as a kid. I just rented it because I rented it and played it, and I was like, ooh, I don't really like this. So I didn't get this until I was an adult, and I haven't played it as an adult yet. But as a kid, I didn't really like it. I really wanted something more along the lines of this, just with, a new quest or updated graphics, blah, 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 blah. But Nintendo wasn't, they didn't want to rest on their laurels. They wanted to try something new. So they put this out. A lot of people hate this game. I really want to go back to it and play it as an adult because, I love Ys 3. And Ys 3 is one of those games in the Ys series that gets a lot of flack because it's different, it's side view. Not too many people, want to give it the credit where it's due, but I love it. And that makes me want to go back and try this one again and really give it a really good shot now that I'm an older gamer with, more experience under my belt and a more open mind than I was as a child. So, I can't really talk about the gameplay too much or the music or anything like that. I do remember that it's got experience points in it, and it does feel more like an RPG than the rest of the Zelda series does. But I do plan on going back and facing this game as an adult, and maybe when I do that, I'll make a little game discussion video on that. But that is Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link. I think this is on the Virtual Console too. Go into this with an open mind. You may love it, you may hate it, but it's definitely an interesting, moment in the Zelda series. Now, we're going to come to my favorite Zelda game, and that is A Link to the Past. Now, this is a game that I could probably do an entire video on myself, and I'm not going to belabor this video with just talking about this, but this is really, if you're just getting into the Zelda series and you want to try some of the older games, I would recommend you look into this, because this is classic Zelda at its zenith. The graphics are phenomenal, beautiful, gorgeous 16-bit graphics. The music is amazing. I still hum just the Dark World theme, where you're just running around the Dark World to myself all the time. The quest is huge. I mean, for a 16-bit game, back in the day, this was a huge quest. And so many memorable things happen in this game. I will never forget Blind's Dungeon. I thought Blind's Dungeon was awesome. I'll never forget the Ice Dungeon in this one, because that is a dungeon straight from hell. You guys think some of these modern day dungeons are hard. Go back and play the Ice Dungeon from this game and just throw your controllers in frustration. But I recently beat this game again. Got all the heart containers, got all the armor, got all the swords, got all the shields, and fantastic game. Just go out and get it. I think it's on the Virtual Console, but go out and find a Super Nintendo cart and play it on the Super Nintendo. Relive old memories if you have memories of that, or make some new ones if you're new to the Super Nintendo. So that was the Zelda series up to a point. Oh, no. I'm getting ahead of myself. Ho. People will get really pissed off if I forget about this one. This is Link's Awakening on the Game Boy. And this is the only portable Zelda game I own. I don't have the Oracle games. I know a lot of people love them. I've just never gotten around to buying them. And I don't have Minish Cap or Phantom Hourglass or Spirit Tracks. So, I know I'm missing out with the Oracle games. People will just go on and on about those Oracle games. But let me know about the Minish Cap and Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. Am I really missing out on something there, or is it okay to just kind of gloss over those ones? Because, I don't have a lot of time as a gamer, so I really want to make sure I play the games that I really want to play. But this is a game that I really do love. I've never beat it. I need to go back and just beat this game. This is a fantastic little game. And, I've actually, I haven't played it since I was a kid, and I actually forgot a lot about it until I watched Maragaru 553's recent favorite Zelda games, which this is his #1, I guess, favorite Zelda game. Sorry, I got a burp there. But, I forgot about the fact that you could steal from shops, and that the shopkeeper will just lightning bolt you. And, playing as a kid, oh, that was hilarious. And, looking back on that, there's really a lot of memories that I need to revisit in this game. And it's, I just need to break down and buy a Super Game Boy and just play it on my Super Nintendo, because I have a hard time playing portable games sometimes when I'm at home. I feel like I should be playing a console game. So this will kind of trick me into thinking it's a console game. But I really do want to get back to this. This is really a fantastic one. I wish I could, really give you guys a good idea of what to expect with this one, but I haven't played this since I was a child. Or should I say a teenager. I think I revisited it as a teenager, but I do remember it was very good, and I really did enjoy it. Link's Awakening on the Game Boy. I don't know if this is on the eShop or not, because I don't own a 3DS yet, but if it is, definitely download it. There is a Game Boy Color version called Link's Awakening DX. They added a new dungeon into it, and of course it has color. There's that. I don't want to forget that one, because people love that one, and I think they'd probably stake me if I didn't, put that on the video. But that was sort of the classic sort of overview 2D Zelda games. So when the N64 came out, we got this little gem. the Ocarina of Time, which I have to say, this is a fantastic Zelda game. It's not my favorite Zelda game, but it is a fantastic one. And, you know, a lot of people are getting to revisit this or getting introduced to this by the new 3DS port, which I don't have, because again, I don't own a 3DS. But I hear it's a very good port of the game. But this game, I mean, this really wowed me as a kid, because I thought, there's no way they're going to take Zelda into 3D and it's going to be anything of substance. You know, the world is just, it's not going to fit inside this cart, but man, they did it. And, you know, I have to admit, I don't really like playing as Kid Link. I'm not a big fan of it, but I love the adult Link stuff. I love when you're running around Hyrule Castle and it's all, you know, zombified and decrepit. And the Temple of Time song, oh my god, I still, to this day, hum that Temple of Time song. And like, whenever I hear it in a Zelda game, because I think it was in the Windwaker, I know for a fact that it was in Twilight Princess. Every time I hear it, I just get like these chills up my spine, because it's, I don't know, that first time when you go to the future and you turn into adult Link, it's really awesome. You know, I feel like sometimes I kind of slag this game off a little bit, because I really want to give credit to Link to the Past, because it's my favorite one, but this is still a very fantastic game. It might not live up to, you know, it might feel a little archaic definitely by Skyward Sword standards, but, you know, by Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, it might feel a little archaic, but definitely go give it a shot. Go get it on the 3DS. I hear it's a fantastic port. Then we get to a game that a lot of people out there really love. I know TV and Lust really loves this game. Finn Gamer really loves this game. That is Majora's Mask. As a kid, I hated this game. As an adult, I don't know, because again, I need to go back to this. But I remember playing this as a kid, and it was all about that time restriction. Because, you know, in this, you have 3 in-game days to do what you need to do, and then you have to reset stuff before the moon crashes into the planet. And when I play these types of games, I like to take my time and explore. And I think as a kid, I couldn't wrap my head around, you know, okay, I want to explore all this stuff, but at the same time, I have to hurry because I only have 3 days before I have to reset everything. And, you know, you play exclusively as Kid Link in this, and it didn't appeal to me at that time. I really want to go back and give it another shot, because I think I would like it a lot more as an adult. But, you know, it's one of those games out there that people, you know, either really love it or they really don't like it. And right now I'm in the don't like it phase, but don't worry, I'm going to play it here again soon. And like Zelda 2, I'll probably do a video when I beat this to talk about, you know, if my opinions changed on it or not. But, you know, let me know what you think about Majora's Mask, because I know it is one of the more divisive titles in the Zelda series. So we got that done. And then another divisive title, which I don't understand why, is the Wind Waker. This is a fantastic Zelda game, and yet it gets a lot of flack. I think, you know, the opinion is starting to change on it a little bit, but people don't like the graphic style. They don't like the fact that you are sailing around on a boat in the middle of the ocean. And I love those two things about it. I don't know what it was about the boat, but, you know, it got a little annoying having to bring up the wand every time you wanted to go a different direction. But the graphical style is amazing in this game. Like, you know, the characters are just so expressive. And, you know, one of the things, there's 2 memories I have of this game that stick with me to this day. One, I'm going to try to keep it as spoiler-free as I can, but you people have played this and know, you'll get it. One is when you finally get to go under the water, under the ocean, and see what's underneath the ocean. When I went down there, my jaw dropped. I mean, that was one of the, you know, one of the coolest, but at the same time, one of the creepiest things. And that's something I haven't talked about, Zelda. It kind of fluctuates between humor and creepiness. Like, back in Ocarina of Time, I found this game to be extremely creepy, because the character models and just how they moved, and it just felt very unnatural to me and looked creepy. Whereas this one was just flat out funny, you know, and humorous. But when you get to the bottom of that ocean and you see what's down there, your jaw just kind of like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. And it all kind of makes sense in your head. And then the other memory I have of this game is the extremely brutal way that Link dispatches Ganondorf at the end. Like, you're playing this like really cartoony kind of kiddish game, and then at the end is just like the way he takes him out. It's like, whoa, you know. Like I would expect that in like Ocarina of Time or Twilight Princess, but not in this one. But maybe that's how they got away with it, is making it really cartoony. But definitely an underrated title in the Zelda series. If you haven't played it, then what the hell is wrong with you? Go out and play this. Look past the graphics if you think the graphics suck. You know, if you don't like the boat stuff, then don't search out every little nook and cranny. Just finish the story, because this is really a fantastic Zelda game. And I really think you should definitely give it a shot. And then finally for this video, because I've already done a video on Skyward Sword, it's on my channel. There's also, I'll put the link to the Skyward Sword video down in the description box, so you guys can go to that if you're new to my channel. But the other game is, the last game is the Twilight Princess. Now, when this first came out, I played it for a while and I really enjoyed it. Then I kind of put it aside because other stuff came out, and only recently did I finally revisit it and finish it. And man, I missed out. You know, I should have just kept on playing this, because this actually turned into a very fantastic Zelda game. I didn't like the whole wolf aspect. I didn't really think it really added much to the game. I really love Midna. That's how you say her name. I don't know. But I really loved her character, and I love the interaction between Link and her. And I have to say that the interaction between Link and Midna in this game is a lot better than Link and Fi in Skyward Sword. That's something that I think Skyward Sword didn't do as well as this game did, was the interaction with the sort of guide character, if you will. But, you know, I'm really kind of torn with this game, because I love the graphical style of Windwaker, but I also love the graphical style of Twilight Princess. And my wife falls more into the Twilight Princess Ocarina of Time realistic graphics. She didn't really like Wind Waker, and she doesn't really like Skyward Sword's graphics, but she really liked this. When she watched me play this, she really liked this one. But, you know, a lot of criticism was raised at this because, you know, this was the last GameCube title, but it was also one of the first Wii titles. And, you know, after playing the Wii version, I kind of wish I would have got the GameCube version. Because, you know, with Skyward Sword, I understand the motion controls, but with this one, it's just waggle controls, you know. So when you attack, you just hammer, you know, do that a lot. But, you know, I really kind of wish I would have got the GameCube version, which the GameCube version is also rare, so that's also a, you know, a little thorn in my side. But another criticism that was labeled at it was, you know, the world was too big. It took too long to get places in it. I actually loved that, because it actually kind of felt like a Zelda MMO RPG, which I'm not really big into MMOs, but I do like a big, expansive world, which is why I'm really looking forward to a game that's coming out in April 3rd, 2012. I'm not going to say the name because I talk about that game too much, but blah, 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 blah. But, you know, definitely, I really enjoyed this game. And you went to a lot of places in this where I wouldn't think you would go in a Zelda game. Like, I'll never forget the mansion in the ice-covered, you know, mountains. Like, I got there and I was like, this is kind of a weird place to be in a Zelda game. So, definitely another game you should look into. I would say, if you're willing to spend the money, pick up the GameCube version. If you just want to play a good Zelda game, then pick up the Wii version. You can find it for cheaper. Definitely, because it's on the Nintendo Selects line. But Zelda series is definitely one of those series that has stuck with me over the years. I haven't really gotten to the portable games, so like I said earlier in the video, if I'm really missing out something with the DS games, let me know. I know I'm missing out with the Oracle games, and I really need to get those Oracle games. But I definitely love the Zelda series. I'm definitely enjoying Skyward Sword. Like I said, I already did a video for Skyward Sword, so if you want to watch that, there's a link down below. I plan on doing probably a second video for Skyward Sword after I beat it, sort of a post-mortem, to sort of talk more about, you know, what I felt about the storyline and, you know, how the game ended and stuff like that, because, you know, there's no Ganon in this one. That's crazy to play a Zelda game with no Ganon, but, yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. So, you know, I just got off a midnight shift, so, and Ada's over there sneezing. But I think I'm going to go to bed now, so I'll make another video here soon. So you guys take it easy, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.